let's move it over here and talk some NHL action. The Stanley Cup odds. What are you guys kidding me? It's only been a week and a half into the season. No, they're already out here and changes are being made. Joe, I'll ask you quickly on these. Of the teams, the Oilers, the Stars, the Panthers, the Rangers, the Leafs, the Devils, changes from opening day till now. What have you seen and who do you like?
Oh, you know what? You've really got to look at the New York Rangers. The New York Rangers coming out so phenomenally strong on all sides of the puck. This team has been phenomenal net. You've got one of the best goaltending duels in the league between Igor and Jonathan Quick, and I love what they're able to produce offensively. This offense has so much depth on all of their lines, and I do think they can compete against the best of them because you've got that goaltending as well as a solid defense. The penalty kill is phenomenal, and you look at their power play, second best in the league on that power play. So I do think this team has every ability. At plus 1100, I will be putting some money on that. Now, I did like the Devils originally, but the Devils have had a couple of struggles. I still do think they're a solid place to look in the New Jersey Devils. We're getting more value. Their line has moved the opposite way at plus 1300. I'm expecting this team to come together a little bit more solid over the next couple of weeks. They've had some rough losses out there, Donnie.
Yeah, can the Rangers put it together and come up with a victory? We know they have the goalie for it, just a matter of getting that timely scoring once they get to the playoffs. So we do have some hockey tonight, absolutely. 6 games on the card. The one we're going to focus on, the Calgary Flames taking on the Hockey Club tonight, as you've seen me have rant multiple times on this network. 9:30 p.m. Eastern start. This game opened up at a minus 140 price as a home favorite towards Utah, Joe. But now we're down to a minus 125. Money coming on Calgary and a total listed between 6 to 6.5, depending on where you're shopping at. What are we looking at tonight between Calgary and Utah, Joe?
Yeah, I'm not shocked money has been coming in on Calgary because they've won the last 3 meetings here versus Utah, 9 of the last 10. So this is a team they've dominated. And if you're looking at trends in any sports, they really do hold so true in hockey. Now, what I like about Calgary tonight is Dustin Wolf in net, not Dan Vladar. Dustin Wolf has looked phenomenal this season so far. He's been the stronger goaltending of their goaltending tandem, and he's ultimately the backup goaltender, even though they really haven't said this is our lead goaltender in Dan Vladar. Now you're looking at him 3-1 on the season with a 2.74 goals against average and a 924 save percentage. I do think he can stop Utah here in this one. Both of these teams on losing streaks. So Johnny, Calgary losing the last 3, Utah losing the last 4. I do think the goals will come at some point in this game. We know there's power on both sides. Clayton Keller coming out here for Utah. But I do think you look here at Calgary straight up on the money line. You also look at Kuzmenko for that anytime goal. He's already got 4 goals and 3 assists on the season. And Nazem Khadri, another strong player to look at. We've also seen Huberdeau really step up for this team. The chemistry is just working out there for Calgary, sitting 4th in the Pacific.
Let's get down to the real basics on this Utah Hockey Club. Now, I've been voted multiple times best dressed male on the network here at the SportsGrid Network, so I consider myself a fashionista. Look, Utah Hockey Club, the jersey, the shield. I mean, Joe, help me out on this, please. Do you please agree with me? We need to get a change quickly here.
Yeah, we absolutely do. And I do believe they will be changing this name. Still going to be a voted upon name at some point, hopefully next season. They're the Utah Yetis because I think that name would fit perfectly for them.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I can't, the Utah Hockey Club, and if it catches like, oh, we're just going to stick with it, I'm going to have a big grievance against that. No doubt about it here. But we bring Joe on. We love to talk hockey. She's going to be here all season long with us. Also, make sure you follow her on the SportsGrid Network. Doing big things, Joe. Thanks for waking up and shining with us this morning.
Of course. Thanks for having me here. Always fun to talk with you, Johnny.
By the way, don't go anywhere. Joe's up next, solo mission. She's going to point you in the right direction on the ice right here on the early line.
Oh, welcome back to the early lines. Okay, you guys, let's talk some hockey. We talked Calgary versus Utah already. We're rolling with the Calgary Flames in that situation, but there are 5 other games out there on the ice. I've got a couple of same game parlays. So let's get straight into it. The New York Islanders taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. This is the first road game here of 3 for the Islanders, and they are on the second night of a back-to-back after losing at home versus the Columbus Blue Jackets last night. I do expect tired legs, and this is a battle of the Metro here. We've seen the Columbus Blue Jackets be able to put those goals on the board, averaging 4.13 goals per game. And I do think they'll be able to hit Varlamov in a net for the New York Islanders. So in this one, I'm going to ride here with the over 6.5. Now you're getting plus money to the over 6.5 at plus 100. But I do think this game has every possibility of OT. I think this is a 4-3 style game, one in overtime. So give me the overtime bet in this one at plus 360. We got to talk about the Winnipeg Jets. Now, the Winnipeg Jets did take the L. They took the loss after winning 8 games consecutively to the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was a hard loss, you guys. And if you live bet that one, grabbing the Jets plus the 2.5 did end up cashing as they lost that 6-4 as the Toronto Maple Leafs went up huge in the first period. They're facing the Red Wings now, and you got to think this team is going to come out and want revenge on anyone that they're facing. So the Red Wings, a prime target here to take the loss, but I'm going to play this one a little bit more cautiously. We look at the Winnipeg Jets, and they're phenomenally strong on that power play. It is converting at 44.4% of the time, the best in the whole league. And we look here at the kill of the Detroit Red Wings, not solid at all, only killing 66.7%. I'm going to look here at the Winnipeg Jets to be able to convert on that power play. And I do think you can look at their top 3 guys on the top line and the top power play for their points tonight and combine those points. And then outside of that, look at those power play points. So looking here, I would parlay Josh Morrissey, Mark Scheifele, and Kyle Connor for the anytime point tonight. And when you do so, it's coming in at plus 142. Now, you can look at them for the power play point as well, because I expect those power points to come in. They're great plus money. Kyle Connor is plus 180 on the night for that power play point. He has 4 power play goals already this season. The anytime goal coming in at plus 130. So that parlay, I think, is where it's at. That's just the regular point for those 3 at plus 142. Again, Morrissey, Connor, and Scheifele. Going down the list, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Vasilevsky expected here for Tampa. And I do think you look at this Tampa Bay Lightning team, this is one of the best offenses in the whole league. Tampa's kill has been one of the worst, and they're going to have to be careful because Colorado's power play is clicking elitely. So looking here, if Tampa can stay out of that box, Tampa has every ability to roll into Colorado tonight and get the win. Looking at the Tampa Bay Lightning, they're coming in at minus 102. But I do think in this first period, with these high-octane offenses that we have on both sides of the puck, you've got to look. Both teams to score in the first period, coming in at plus 155. Let's jump into the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the LA Kings. Now, we know the Kings lost last night to the San Jose Sharks. And in hockey, you guys, looking at that look-ahead situation is so needed. The Kings were looking ahead to Vegas today because this is the number 1 and number 2 team in the Pacific. They didn't care about the number 8 team in the San Jose Sharks last night. So always look for that in hockey. Look at those advantages. But tonight in this matchup, they're just so outmatched here by the Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights should be able to get the win here with Adin Hill in goal. Darcy Kemper expected here for the LA Kings. And while they might come out strong at first, I do think the Vegas Golden Knights pull away in this matchup here. So give me the Vegas Golden Knights laying the puck line, laying 1.5 goals for the full game at plus 210. It's a 5-2 style win here, I do think, for Vegas. And last but not least, you guys, we have to talk about the New Jersey Devils versus the Vancouver Canucks. This is a battle of the Hughes brothers. We've got Luke, Jack, and Quinn Hughes all out there on the ice. Of course, Quinn Hughes here for the Vancouver Canucks. Jack and Luke here for the Devils. I'm taking all 3 of these guys parlayed for a point tonight. It's amazing to see them all out there on the ice together. And every time we do, we have an explosion of points for them. So Luke, Jack, and Quinn Hughes all for 1+ points tonight, coming in at plus 309. We're getting so much value out there on the ice. I do think the Devils can get the win in this one, and I do expect this one to go to overtime as well. Plus 350. If it does go to overtime, you guys, you look at the Vancouver Canucks. They've lost 3 already in overtime this season. Don't go anywhere. Newswire coming up in just the next couple of minutes. Thanks for joining me here on the Early Line.